Alright, so today we're going to talk about Dragon Scorch. Is he good? Oh yeah! Alright, so specifically, we're going to be covering Dragon Scorch today. The reason that we're covering him is because he's become a very relevant character in the new Hit the Road event. The Hit the Road event, could be pretty challenging depending on your team composition and your team coordination and communication. It could be, a very stress-free experience, or it could be very stressful depending on how prepared you are. So today we're going to cover Dragon Scorch, as he is, in my opinion, one of the two best characters that you could possibly use for this mode, and he has some very distinct advantages. So we're going to go over the build loadout that I use for this character in Hit the Road, so you guys can hopefully have the best chance of completing the new event. So yeah, let's get right into it. Alright guys, if you really love our content, if you love the videos that we do here, please use our supporter creator code. It really goes a long way to helping us keep doing what we're doing here. So thank you so much for the support, guys. Alright, let's get right into it. So Mr. Dragon Scorch, he's awesome for more reasons than just wearing a red headband. He's very powerful, and it's because of his commander perk. His commander perk is incredible. Wings of the Dragon Plus increases your dragon slash range by 3 tiles, and also increases the width of the dragon slash to 2 tiles instead of 1, which is pretty nasty. It can hit a very, very large area, which is gross power. In addition, it does an extra 25% more damage. So just power clear across the board. It's a incredibly effective ability. Super strong. So the big reason why he is so effective in Hit the Road is because of his ability to wave clear huge amounts of enemies very quickly, and also to move very fast and effectively around the battlefield. As a ninja, they have increased jumping speed, right? They can jump an additional time, which allows them to cover a lot of ground very quickly. If you go into shadow stance with a melee elimination, which you may or may not do, you'll get an extra 15% movement speed and boosted armor. So that can be very effective, although I don't really use melee in this mode. I think Hit the Road is it's much more effective to stay away from the enemies, hit them from range, not really worry about melee too much, since you don't really have very effective weaponry. It can be kind of pointless trying to lean on that. Typically what I do is I lean really heavily into my dragon slashes, and then I actually throw out my throwing stars periodically, which normally I'm not a big throwing star fan, but it's just that little bit of extra damage. With the Hit the Road event here, ammo can be a problem. You don't want to be burning up your ammo like crazy, especially on some of the faster attack weapons. Like if you got a Terminator or any fast attack AR, you're gonna blow through your ammo really fast. So it's really nice to use your Dragon Slash, use your throwing stars, use any tool that you have to prevent yourself from really needing to expend ammo. You want to clear and kill as much as possible, lean as heavily on your abilities as you can, and throwing stars gives you that just a little bit more. The other nice thing about throwing stars is it's basically a sniper. It has infinite range. You can go and pinpoint a gunslinger way off in the distance, or a lobber or whatever, and hit him dead on for full damage. There's no damage drop off, so it's it has a very effective use if you're being aware of your cooldowns. Smoke bomb is also very good. You drop the smoke bomb right close to your objective where all the enemies are running into, and it can provide you some really good cover, kill a bunch of enemies, kind of clear out an area. I use this whenever my Dragon Slash cooldown is unavailable. So that's the core of how this character, why he's one of the best characters for this mode. Just it's really about wave clear, lots of AoE, lots of movement speed. You go to where you're needed, you do tons and tons of damage to everybody super quickly, and then you get out. The nice thing about his movement speed as well is that you can cover a lot of the map very quickly. You can get up onto mountains. You can move around and pick apart like special locations, get to chests and get to hidden weapons, you know, all kinds of things. You know, even if you're just like harvesting through the storm, just looking for lootable objects, you know, he has a huge advantage. All ninjas do. So definitely lean on that pretty hard. So let's get into the support perks for this character. I went with the team perk Blast from the Past. This one is just an incredible ability. It removes all of your shields, and then increases your maximum health by 200%. So this is a you get way more survivability. You have way more survivability. The other nice thing about this is that you know, it has great synergy with its own abilities, right? So because it removes your shield and it requires 2 dinosaur activators, you can do things like this: Saurian Might. Use Rex Jonesy to get a damage boost to all your ranged weapons. I like this because, especially in this mode, you can't really control what weapons you're going to use. You sometimes use shotguns, sometimes use assault rifles, pistols. You know, whatever's available, whatever happens to be your highest DPS weapon, you're going to want to lean on that. And this one is not weapon specific. This one gives you an extra 3% of your current health as damage. So if you have a 1 million health and you have, you know, 3% of that is 30,000 damage every second. So every second your next shot does an extra 30,000 damage if you're at full health. So, you know, pretty incredible, right? You also have Saurian Hide. This is where you have the synergy with the team perk. While the shield is depleted, which is all the time with the Blast from the Past, increases your armor by 33. So this is one of the biggest armor bonuses in the game. You can compare it to Bomb Squad Kyle. You only get 25 armor from that one. This one's 33, so very powerful ability. So having to use both of those dinos is really... you're not giving up anything. They're actually 2 of the best support perks in the game. And yeah, they synergize perfectly with the Blast from the Past. So the other really big one for this mode is Going Coconuts. And Going Coconuts is unreal. This one gives you a 20% chance to find coconuts in containers. Now, containers is anything that you'll find in a house, basically. This does not count for plants, right? Plants are not containers. Containers is like a barrel or a bookshelf, or, you know, any like even a nuts and bolts, like any container. 1 in 5 of those containers that you open is going to give you a varying amount of coconuts. Sometimes you get like a stack of 4. Sometimes you get less. So it's a little bit random, but all in all, the coconuts ability is probably the most powerful ability in the entire Hit the Road event. If you are really, you can actually survive indefinitely inside the storm if you just spend that entire time searching for containers and looting. You're just constantly looting nuts and bolts, constantly looting everything, right? Just always looting containers all the time. You will actually get more coconuts than you need to actually survive in the storm forever. You will not only survive, but you will slowly be building up an excess of coconuts that you can use to help yourself or help your team. In addition, it increases your damage by 16% while you're affected by the coconut. So this is a double duty. You get 1 in 5 containers is going to give you coconuts. The coconuts will then heal you for about 50% of your health instantaneously, and then give you healing over time for the next 20 seconds. For that 20 seconds, you will also get a 16% damage bonus. So this character is just a win, man. He is a crazy ability with just amazing effectiveness within the Hit the Road event. After that, we've got Tail of the Dragon. This is Snuggle Specialist Sarah. She causes your Dragon Slash to leave behind an energized trail, so blue fire, which deals 26 base energy damage per second to enemies who walk through that fire. So very nasty, very powerful. And she just basically amps up your Dragon Slash even more, which is your main ability that you're going to be leaning heavily into. So pretty effective. The last one here, I had a bit of trouble deciding which one was the best of the best for the hit the road Dragon Scorch. I decided Unlocked and Reloaded with Skull Trooper Jonesy. And the reason for this is because it's not weapon specific, right? After reloading, you get a 15% damage bonus for 5 seconds, and it works for any weapon at all. So I think that that's, you know, the best because of its versatility. 15% is not a huge bonus, you know. I could have went with 17% assault rifle, which could in theory be a better ability because it's 17% forever. So I thought about that, and I've used that, and it's quite effective. But honestly, I don't always use assault rifles. I can't guarantee that I'm going to use an assault rifle when I play Hit the Road. And because of that, I decided to go with Skull Trooper Jonesy instead. Go with the 15% bonus for 5 seconds. You know, reloading is not that big a deal. You're going to reload a lot. 5 seconds is more than enough time to drop your entire clip with virtually any gun into the enemies. So I find it quite effective. It's a very strong ability, and it works with any weapon type at all. Last but not least, I went with the stationary hover turret, which is incredible. You want to use this frequently throughout the push. As you're moving the van along the road, or the pickup truck along the road, you want to make sure that you use your hover turrets coordinated with your team, so you're not doubling up at any given time. You want to make sure that you guys spread your turrets out over time to really maximize the effectiveness of your cooldowns. Slow field is also an incredible ability that you can use against mini bosses, or you could just use against a vulnerable side of your base if you just want to slow everything down and buy yourself some time. And you know, a lot of these missions are just about buying time. You buy yourself enough time and you win. So those two are my favorites. I thought about going with Adrenaline Rush, but honestly, going coconuts is a far superior form of healing, and with the coconuts you don't really need any other healing on the character. It just seems redundant. So I decided to go with the slow field instead because it can really slow the pace of the battle down and get you some wins. So that is the Dragon Scorch. He is just an incredible character, honestly. He's got so much AoE capacity, you know, between his Dragon Slash and his smoke bomb. He's very powerful, and he's so fast that you can move around the battlefield just at lightning speed and be wherever you need to be whenever you need to be there. And a 4-man team of this character would be a fantastic loadout if you wanted to go for a 140 full clear with no damage. I think that this would be honestly one of the best loadouts in the game. So hopefully this character works really well for you and helps you guys get those wins, and hopefully gets you your new banner. I know how much you guys love those banners, and the ninja loadout is a very, very effective way of doing that. So alright guys, I really hope that this review helps you out. If you'd like this one, make sure you like and subscribe, ring that bell, leave that thumbs up, and comment down below, and let me know what you think of this particular loadout. Let me know if you had any better ideas. Let me know if I forgot something. Alright guys, thank you so much for being a part of the VASH Corps. Thank you so much for having my back and you know, being so loyal and helping me grow this community. You guys are amazing. Thank you guys so much. We'll see you in the next one. Oh yeah!